You know, when you get into a relationship newly, there's always this game of who will call each other, who will not call each other. I don't care how civilized or how advanced we are now. Relationship is still when a boy sees a girl he likes. He shows interest in the girl he likes. He makes effort to get the girl he likes. He does what he can do to keep the girl he likes. And when he keeps the girl he likes, he does what he can do to sustain it and make sure that this girl he likes doesn't leave him and go to somebody else. Hey, precious people. How's everyone doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. If this is your first time watching any of my videos, I welcome you. And today I'm talking about something I called, falling in love, and some of us call it dating. I call it falling in love 101. I had someone, she said, I got out of a very terrible relationship, and I have there's this amazing man that is coming into my life. He's trying to chase me, to pursue me, and I'm trying to give him a listening ear to hear what he has to say, but I'm scared because I don't want to run him off, because I don't want to do something that might portray a different image of who I am to him, because I think he might be the one. Or I'm hoping for a husband. I'm looking forward to God giving me the man of my destiny. So what advice do you have? So this video is just for my precious sisters, and my precious brothers can also use it, because sometimes they say, oh, you have videos for married couples, but what about us, the single people? So this is a video that I just want to make, and I hope it blesses somebody today. And so let's say you get to meet somebody, and you have exchanged pleasantries, you're getting to know each other, and then one of the things that we do is, because when you meet somebody for the first time, you are in the lovey mode. You're like and then bam, you change names. You go from calling the person their name, and then you give them a pet name. And this is within the first 3 months. It is like a no. You don't even know who this person is to start giving them pet name. Or if on the other hand, the man gives you a pet name, it's not for you to reply back with the pet name. You can always answer the pet name if you're comfortable with it. If you are not, you can say, I'm not comfortable with this pet name. I want us to get to know each other before we can start giving each other pet names. Because it can be always 3 things that could be involved. It is either the man wants to, get under your bed, what, so he's trying to loosen you up and butter you up, or he wants to get into your pocket and wants to move into your home, or he probably means the pet name because he's seen something in you that makes him feel like maybe this is the woman for me. So he might also mean the pet name, but it's for you to tell if you're comfortable with it. But it's not for you to reply and say, oh, if they call you hey boo, and you say hey boo too. No, you don't have to give him a pet name. It's too early. When you get a job, when I first got my job here in America, the first 3 months I was given a name tag. Now in my name tag, the name was just Precious, with a plain white sheet of paper, nothing on it. And they gave me 3 months probation. After 3 months, that is the standard for most jobs. After 3 months, then they took the old name tag and they gave me a new name tag with the office, emblem, logo, and they say Precious, serving us since so year. So now they have upgraded me. They have tested me for 3 months. It's like 90 days to really see who I am, or if I am who I say I am. And they're like, okay, we think we can work with her. So now they're trying to protect their brand. One thing we have to know as women is that we are a brand. The Bible says that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. But until we begin to see ourselves as a wife, as a good thing, we will continue to fall for any and anyhow man that comes into our life with. Some of them are not even serious. They end up wasting our time. So the pet name is something that within the first 3 months, it's a no-no. It's a no-no. You are just getting to know the person. So you just keep the pet name aside. When you get to know them, then you can start calling each other by your pet name. And then number 2 is social media. Now social media is something that, we are in the social media generation. Everything is on social media. Relationships, heartbreaks. So now what do? You're getting to know this man, and before you know it, before he even posts you on his social media, you're already posting him. Or you may not post him that much, you change your status in a relationship. And then before you know it, situationship, complicated, single, and you are going back and forth. And if you are Facebook friends with him, he's seeing you. He's like, this woman is upside. She's like, whoo, this woman, this girl is crazy. Oh my goodness. So you keep it off social media. You get to know them. Even if they want to post you, let them post you. But you keep it off social media and get to know them first, because it's not for everybody to know. When there's an engagement or a wedding, then you can come and show them to the world. Or when he posts you, but even when he posts you, I always tell my sisters and my friends, keep it off social media. Let them prove themselves. It is for a man to prove himself. Until he does that, you shouldn't be, broadcasting it to anybody. Because when something happens, which sometimes it always does, you have to go back and take it down and take all those things down, and then you're like, oh no. I mean, it's just a no-no. And the third one is when you give each other names. And when I say names, that's gone beyond names. You call each other your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your this, your that, before you have discussed exclusivity. Now, if you are young, you're in your 20s, you're just wilding out, you're having fun, you're getting to know, that's what you want to do. Okay. But when you are like in your 30s or something and you're really serious about settling down, you don't just go first month, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and he hasn't said anything tangible like, I really see a wife in you, I want to get to know your parents or something, and you're calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. As what? Sometimes it gets to a stage where you are too old. You have become too old to be girlfriend and boyfriend, and 6 months he hasn't said anything. Now this is when you say something, because I'm a believer of the man being the one that goes to chase after the woman. But sometimes we women, we have to take the bull by the horn and speak up, because it is our life, it is our time, it is our investment that is also getting wasted. You ask him, what are we doing? I've been knowing you for 6 months. What are we doing? Are we boyfriend? Are we girlfriend? What are we? Ask him, and then you listen. Because I made some videos about questions. First question you should ask a man: first dating question, second dating question. Those questions are really good. I'm getting good feedbacks from them. So I want you to look those videos up and watch them. When you take those questions, you ask them, you look at the man and you mirror what he has been doing for the last 6 months. Does he match what he says he is from the beginning and now? Because within 3-4 months, the facade, the fakery, the pretense, it begins to wear down. If it's a man that is not serious, give him 3-4 months, everything will break down. You will see him for who he is. If it's a man that is serious, he will become more invested. If it's a man that is pretending, then that means the man must really be a good actor to be pretending all this while. But within 3-4 months, you see their true colors. Tested and true. You see their true colors. So what do? You give it some months. Within 1 month to 6 months, then if you want to start giving titles, you want to start giving names. Okay, if that's where you're at. Okay, you know what you want in a relationship. If he's giving it to you, you continue. If he is not, count your losses, because it is better you count your losses when you're just in than to stay in the relationship for so long and then you're like, how did I get here? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You don't know how to live because you're like, you have invested. But I always tell somebody, that thing you say you invested, do you want to keep investing and getting nothing? Because it's an investment, you should get something back in return. If you don't, count your losses, keep him moving and let him live so that God can bring the man that is destined for you. I want to connect it to the book of Genesis 29. You see, when Rebecca sent her son Jacob, because he was running away from Esau, he ran to his uncle's house, Laban. When Jacob saw Rachel, the Bible says she was beautiful, and on the spot he knew she was the woman for him, because he didn't want her to talk to any other person. He said, I want to meet your father. I want to meet your father. I want her to be my wife. I want the Laban to say, serve me 7 years. And Jacob served Laban for 7 years. And the Bible said that 7 years was as unto Jacob as days. Why? Because he had love for her. When a man knows what he wants, he goes after it. When he doesn't go after it, it's either you're not what he wants or he's a confused man. If he's not a confused man, then you're not what he wants. And it is a bitter pill for us women to swallow, to say, I am every woman. I am anything a man should desire to want. Why doesn't he want me? He just doesn't want you. If he wants you, he will make sure you know. And at the end of the day, he will put a ring on it. He will make, efforts step by step to make sure that you know that he will claim you. He will claim you from girlfriend. You will progress. to fiancé or fiancée, and you get to meet the family, and he will make it know, because he knows that the thing he sees in you, other men are seeing it, and he doesn't want other men to take it away. And you know the love triangle that happened in Genesis. After the night of the wedding, Jacob slept with the wife and woke up, and there was Leah, and the Bible said Leah was weak-eyed. Probably she wasn't beautiful as Rachel. And what happened? He went and served again. Now you see love. Love will make you do. In Nigeria, we call it mumu. Love will make you act like mumu. That's why you see some women that their husbands are there serving and doing things for them. And you say this one has used charm. She has tied. The mother will say she has tied up my son. The sister will say she has tied up my brother. She did not tie up anybody. Oh. This man loves this girl, and this is how he's expressing the love. So when a man loves you, he will go out on his way to show it. There was one day I was at my job. There was a very important game going on. Now this man rushed in to come and buy 2 spices for the wife. Most men were home watching this game, but this man came into the store, and I asked him, because you know me, I like to talk. I asked him, I said, how come you're out here buying few spices when they are watching the game? What's going on? Give me the scores. He said, my wife sent me. You know, she needs, so I got to do it. When my wife needs something, no matter what I'm doing, I leave it and I go do it. Now this is love. Because sometimes you think love is when you have those grandiose things you come and put on Facebook and make pictures. No, love are the little things you do for each other. That is what binds you together. That is what builds and grows your love. So when a man cannot even make the step of claiming you and making you his, why do you keep investing in him? So these are questions that I want us to ask ourselves. But we cannot ask ourselves these questions if we have not healed our heart. Because sometimes we go through relationships after relationships and we don't take time to heal our heart. You know, healing our heart and feeding our mind with, we just take a band-aid. Now this is a band-aid. We take a band-aid and we just slap on the band-aid on it. Just take a band-aid and slap on our heart. Piam. You slap on the band-aid on your heart where you have not done the work. But when you heal your heart, you begin to ask yourself questions like, why is it that I'm still in this relationship even when he's not giving me what I know I deserve? You check yourself. This is not love. They say love is blind. No, love sees more than anything. Love sees and decides to forgive. That is love. But when you say you cannot see, there is something that you are seeing, but you keep pretending like you can't see it because you have refused to heal the hurt. When you heal the hurt, you come to a realization that you are the prize. That we are the prize as women. You know, I was talking to my husband some time ago, and he was telling me, he said back in the day, when they want to, they call it chase a woman or chike a woman, they will wait by the woman's street every day for 2 weeks to see when she's going to fetch a pail of water, when she's going to go buy something for the parents in the market. They'll be trying to corner her to say hello, hey, excuse me. They will do anything. 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, no matter what it takes to get that girl, they will do it though. When a man wants you, he's going to do it. But when they don't show this effort, especially in the beginning part of a relationship, and you are the one doing, rest assured that is a recipe for what is going to happen if you eventually get married. And then number 4 will be asking, depending on a man. When we get into a relationship, the man, most times men, the nature of men are to save the day. That's how God made them. They want to save the day. They want to be the one to be your knight in shining armor. And I am actually fine with it. But one mistake that we make as women is we stop investing in ourselves. If you were going to school, you start falling in love so much. Instead of you to go to school and study, you're thinking about a man. Instead of you to stay home and study, you want to go out every night and he wants to take you out. When he knows that, for example, you are in school, you need to sit back and relax. He wants to take you out to every joint every night. That is to say, he is not invested in you. He just wants what he wants to get from you, but he's not invested in your dreams. Because another key is he should be invested in your dream. He should want to know, what are your aspirations and how he can help you achieve it. When the man is not ready to help you achieve your goals, then you have to sit back and reevaluate. Is this the man I want for me for the rest of my life? And then another instance is when they say, oh, I got you. You don't have to go to work. You can call out, or you don't have to do this. I will pay your bills. No, I don't care how much the man has. Keep your job. Keep investing in your business. Keep doing you. If you are at your job or you have a business to do and he calls you, say, oh, can we go so a place? It is actually okay to say, oh, I'm sorry, I have plans. Can we reschedule? Yes, you can tell a man, no, I'm sorry. Can we reschedule? Now he knows you have something going for you. He cannot just pick up the phone and just call you. Pim, 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 pim. What are you doing? Can we go out? And you say, okay. Yeah, you drop the phone because you're idle. And before you know it, you start depending on him. And the man that says, I'm going to pay your bills, by the time you start asking him for money, what happens? The man will start looking at you like, what does this girl take me for? Does she think I'm an ATM? He forgets that he was the one that probably made you lose your job. Or he was the one that, that was distracting you so much, you lost track of your goals, you lost track of of what you wanted to do with your life. And then you began to depend on him. And now who do you have to cry? What happens if that relationship doesn't work out? You have lost that dream that you were chasing, that passion for it. But when you keep your passion going, if anything should happen down the line, you have something to fall back on, which is important. And which leads us to the fifth one. When he calls you or you call him and he doesn't pick. When you get into a relationship newly, there's always this game of who will call each other, who will not call each other. I don't care how civilized or how advanced we are now. Relationship is still when a boy sees a girl he likes. He shows interest in the girl he likes. He makes effort to get the girl he likes. He does what he can do to keep the girl he likes. And when he keeps the girl he likes, he does what he can do to sustain it and make sure that this girl he likes doesn't leave him and go to somebody else. So when you're in a relationship, at the beginning of the relationship, let the man prove himself. Let the man prove himself to you. If he cannot prove himself to you now, and you're always the one, my precious sisters, calling him all the time, texting him all the time, what are you trying to tell him? That we are so desperate, we don't have any other thing to do. That's why it goes back to number 4. Get something doing. Get a hobby, a school, a goal. Do something with your life. This way, you're not so idle thinking about the man. Because when you're doing something, 4 or 5 hours has passed, you don't even remember the man. You don't even remember the guy. You don't, because you are busy. So when you call him now and he doesn't pick up the phone, he's beginning to train you, because there's something called training now we don't really know. But we're beginning to understand that this thing there, a man, he will see your phone call and he won't pick it. He will smile, oh, she's calling me, he won't pick it. Or he will act like he didn't see it and he won't respond. Or he will call, the one that they do now is early in the morning, he will send you GM. One lazy GM, good morning. And this is or you call her, or you call the woman and say, okay, how are you doing? Okay, whatever. What? A woman you're getting to know and you're already using whatever. And you're already using GM. You're already lazy. Within the first month, you're already lazy. You don't even have any more game. So that's all the game you have. You have to put more effort into it. Especially if this girl is not a teenager, she's not in her 20s. When you approach grown women, you come as a grown man. Because they have pretty much dated, they have seen the field, they don't have time for games. So when a man that is of age, in his mid-30s going to 40s, he's still doing GM, he's still saying whatever, he's still, addressing you lackadaisically anyhow, you ask yourself, is this man serious? Or is he just a childish man that pretty much doesn't even know what he wants? Even if you hit him on his head and God came down from heaven and hit him, he still will not know who his wife is, because he probably has his own baggage that he hasn't dealt with. So when you call a man and he doesn't pick up the phone, what do? Even in your marriage, turn off the phone and keep it, and then wait for them to call you. And when they call you, you check them. And the earlier you check a man, the earlier you tell him, this thing you did, I don't like it, please don't do it again, because it hurt my feelings. The earlier you start letting them know, expressing these feelings to them, the earlier they know that you're not a woman they can mess with. If they cannot keep up with it, I'm telling you, if it's an act, if they are pretending, they will just walk out. They'll be like, no, this girl is serious, I don't think I'm serious. Or on the other hand, when the man knows that you know your value, you know your worth, even if he wasn't thinking at the initial time that you were the woman for him, and you show him that you have standard, you become the woman for him. Because men, I'm telling you, men don't want what comes easy to them. They like to work hard and strive to get something. If something just comes easy to them, they're like, okay, she's like every other person. But when you show them you have standard, they look at you different. They say, wow, she has standard, she's different. And they sit up. If he's a man that loves you, he's a man that is beginning to getting to know you, and he's knowing you and knowing that you're what he wants, he's going to sit up. He's going to step up his game. If he's a man that is not serious, what happens? He falls back and he starts saying, you don't even know a good man. I'm a good man. You don't say you're a good man. You act it out. And you act it out by when a woman says, when I call you, I want you to pick up the phone, or call me back. Or when you call a man and call a man, he doesn't pick up the phone and he doesn't even call you back. A man will go 2 days, doesn't call you, check on you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like for real, what are you doing? And he doesn't call you back because he's mad, and you're just getting to a relationship and you're already getting mad and going days without talking, and you just started though. Is that the man for you? Is that really the man for you? So these are questions you have to ask yourself. This is a topic that I'm going to, there's so many layers to it, but this is the 101, the first phase. There's more layers to it that is coming, and I hope that this has blessed somebody, because I just want us to know that as women, we are the prize, and it is better for you to be single, work on your craft, volunteer, do something tangible with your life, than to keep going into relationships that at the end of the day you have so many soul ties that when this one does something, you don't know if you're mad at him because of what the other person did or the other person did, but you get to know yourself. At the end of the day, get to know yourself, get to know who you are, get to know who you like. Enjoy your single days. Get to know yourself, because when you get to know yourself, then you can know what you tell a man is your deal breaker or it's not your deal breaker. But when you don't know yourself, you're finding yourself in a relationship. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. So get to know yourself, date yourself, take yourself out. Whatever you want a man to do for you, do it for yourself. Even if not at a higher scale, at a lower scale, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. This way, when the man for you meets you, you will become a total game changer. He will know that you are not like any other woman. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can make my hair. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you, my precious sisters. This video is for you. It's for my sister. Sis, this is for you, all of you, and I hope you found something that blessed you today. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Love you guys.